Hello, everyone. I am Will. Welcome back to my playthrough of Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Yep. Last we left off, we did the Bai Mansion. Yep. Well, we went back into the ferry overlook. Another guy showed up. Lee Dingaos, or how you want to pronounce it. His little buddy showed up at the overlook. He said he's going to follow Lee back to wherever, I think Yan'an, I think is what he said it was going to go to rebuild the rebel army. So he's following Mr. Lee, and just further past him was a letter left by Mr. Lee, making his intentions known. I'm going to take up my foster father's duties, the rebel sovereign, rebuild the army, and continue his little effort. And there's also a little note that said there was a traitor among the rebels. I'm guessing it's his buddy that showed up at the pier or the overlook. And he also left us his sword. Yep, this thing. I love it. Yep. So we finally did get the sword. I was like, when I first fought him back at the overlook, I was like, I want that weapon. And we did get it. So, yep. And then after that, we went to the Bai Mansion. Yep. I was expecting a bit bigger, like an actual proper, estate, but it was just like a little, like a playground, and then like a little boss arena. It wasn't much to it, but there was a lot of lore stuff, definitely story-wise. Pinwheel guy was there. There's a few items strewn about. There was an interaction point where we used the examine emote. Found a broken bell pinwheel. I'm guessing our sister Yu made it for us. So, yeah, because on the way in there was a checkpoint that said, or a interaction point that said, how she was sister was going to make us a pinwheel for our birthday, and that was probably it. Yeah, so we followed the path, found the plain warrioress, who said, the only thing she said was brother or I. So I'm assuming it is our sister Yu, is the plain warrioress, I believe. That's just my feeling. And just past her was a note left by our father, Bai Tingzao, basically confessing to the crimes he did. He was the one who went into the Senwu temple, stole a relic, and used it to revive his son. Up to then, I was thinking we were the one who did it, but no, it was our father. Yeah. But he did succeed in resurrecting his son, but he became a monster in the process. Yep. And then with that confession, he took up swords and tried to right his wrong, and failed. So we have a token. Yeah, we got this little Imperial Guard token from his little confession letter. And after that, we did Bai Crew. Yep, the boss of Bai Mansion. Father's regret, father's mistake, whatever you want to put it. The demon of the Bai Mansion. Yep, our younger brother. So, yep. So we ended up fighting him. Did it first try. He's not too bad. Our cloud piercer spear put in a lot of work. So from him we got the research scrap note 2, an echo spell, an ivory, was it ingot? I think that was it. Yep. We gave the scrap note to our pinwheel guy, hopefully to progress his little quest line a bit further. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. I have my doubts. But turned in the ingot to the merchant man, got a pendant from it. More about, our father and his little, I'll say, crime. Best way to say it is crime, yeah. Crime against fate, I would say. But then I'm trying to think what after that. went through a few different places. I think the Taoist medicine man back at the Rise had something to say. Probably just, further connecting, missing relic from the temple and our father. But, yeah, just kind of went around. And then after that, we talked to the storyteller and progressed towards the end game into the ruined Rise. Yep. Spawned back up here at Annalum. Did the rounds of the talking. Talked to the storyteller, agreed to put down the bow Magnus. Got a spell from it. Talked to the missionary here. Yep. And then after that, we went back to the refugee camp just to check to see if what they said was true, that it was no longer safe. And it's true. It's no longer safe. There are now enemies in the camp. So yeah, my curiosity was sated. And I think that was it. I think that's all we did. Bai Mansion, the follow-up to that, or just kind of like the aftermath of that, to the ruined Rise, and yeah, that was it. Just a lot of talking, one boss fight, and more talking. Between episodes, I redid all my stats. Yep, I took them all out of the spear and put them all into the longsword, just so I can get these good stats for the scaling, so we can use this weapon. And I'll show you. I also did a bit of echo farming, just kind of testing out the weapon. Got a few more extra levels. So, yep. None in the spear, all in the longsword. Yep. Just kind of got as much agility as I could and feathering as I could, because our main weapon that we got last episode scales mostly from feathering and agility, so that's what I focused on. Yep. Even down here on the tree. Yeah. And a few extra levels I got down here to grab this, the bone needle feathering. Yeah, increases our weapon's feathering potency. So I think it adds feathering damage. And considering our current weapon boosts any added feather damage, yeah, our damage is actually looking really good. So at least with the enemies back at Zenwu Temple. So, yep, and I have Corrosive Fury on it, so we have a lot at our disposal. Yep, increased to +8. I need one more for +9, and then one more level in order to get them to max. So, yep, just reallocated the tree. Yep. So now we have what is this weapon? Serpent Fang and Lashing Whip, and I have the Cloud Frost Edge on backup just in case I need it for our sword counters. Yep. And that was it. That's all I did last episode. Redid the skill tree, fought some enemies to kind of test out a weapon, gained a few more levels. Yep. Yeah, that was it. I don't think I can show it here. A little acupuncture temper here. Changed it out a little bit. Yeah, I put in the feathering stat attack. Yep, just flat 161 extra damage on top of the already feathered damage it has. So it's really good. This improves feathering scaling. Choose agility scaling, so Serpent Fang just gets buffed even more. And this just increases the amount of stat damage it does. So to further boost this feather acupuncture here. So yeah. So with Serpent Fang and the Temperance applied, yeah, we're doing a lot of damage. So I like it. I like it a lot. So. And then today we're going to go into the ruins. Yep, War Surprise. We're probably going to go backwards. Yeah, probably going to start behind the Shu Sanctum. Probably make our way up to Revenant Temple. Yep. Yeah, so that's just the plan. Just go do the Warship's Rise and Ruins and just see how far we get. And our equipment, again, Serpent Fang, Lashing Whip. Armor is the same, it's just made the visuals different. Pendant, Lifesteal Pendants, probably standard. I got the Crimson Pendant to increase our weapons feathering damage. Again, just stacking damage here. And the Tiger Pendant just again for more damage. So, yeah. Spells is our, auto dodge, attack, increase attack for the next increase damage for the next attack. Yeah. Echo of Lu Bingzang, the little jumping spear throw, and Demon's Bane strike. Yeah. I really do like this thing. Yeah, it just, launches enemies into the air, especially the smaller enemies. Yeah. So I like this one really a lot. So, all right. Shall we just get to it? Sure, why not? We talked here long enough. I'm curious to see what's happened to Worship's Rise. Yep. Apparently the Bow Magnus, or Magus, or how you want to pronounce it, has been summoning these little plants from underground. Lawless Red Mercury. Yeah, I have a lot of that stuff in my back pocket. Probably got a couple levels just in consumables. Oop. Like tough enemies with a bunch of feathers. Oh. It's a good thing they're on our side. Yeah. Let's plant. There's the little bridge here. I have a feeling our sword counter is going to be useful. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this little area is going to be really annoying, especially if you're going to have a bunch of those guys just running around. These spews little... that enemy in particular in that little narrow passageway. Yeah. No thanks. Just get our sword counter ready anyway. There's going to be a bunch of those little soldiers. I should just try and sword counter them. Cool. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, these guys are feathered enemies, so they should take extra, fire buildup. Yeah. I want that weapon. I'm pretty sure it's in the game. Can I have that too? I think we're strong enough. Oh boy. Yeah. The other one is thing, if you have might, you just quick turn around and you throw out a like little energy wave. It's really good. Give you a nice little ranged option. Yep. Oop. Let me do that. That's like a little healing pool. Huh. Alright, so. Yeah, this is probably going to be kind of linear-ish, be my guess. Oh, good thing we checked. Blazing burn, huh? I guess more damage on burn procs. Inflicting burn increases the potency of burn. Yeah. So just they burn with more damage. I mean, it's useful. Don't get me wrong. It's useful. All right. So where are we going? Just damage checking. That was one of the bow people, huh? Thanks for getting little helpers. That's nice. At least they won't attack us on sight. Does this go anywhere? No, it doesn't. Cool. Yeah, you saw with our tempering active, we're doing like 400 something, almost 500 a hit, just on our standard R1s. Yeah. This way leads to that was the arena for Lu Honglu. It's that way. Is this still like a little dead end? That's a boss fight. I'm almost positive that's a boss fight. And is that... It's got a cape. Who's that? The hat tells me it's an Imperial Guard, but that can't be right. Who are you? Nightmare demon. knocked you over. That's good. Oops. Alright. It's a nightmare demon, huh? Alright. I knew that was a boss fight. And we'll just run past everybody. I don't care. Alright. Be honest, this sword counter is probably not going to help. Do this here while I still can. Where was it? Stab for sure. So we're going to be focusing on Cloud. Just more stamina, I guess. Where is it? Yeah, I'll do that. Fine. Probably not the smartest idea, but I just, well, nah. Yeah, we'll just, a little bit less damage. It'll help. And we're just gonna run past everybody. And we probably had enough to level up too, which is kind of, eh. Oh, you respawn, huh? Well, actually, let me just run past the demon. We're not gonna do that boss fight. I wonder if there's a closer spot. Alright, we'll come back. I want to see if there's probably a shrine nearby. Closer by, I would say. There is, okay. It says it's in here, or nearby here. True Sanctum. Shall we see what's upstairs? Let's see what's upstairs. A corrupted guard, great. Ah. Stop off. All right. Okay. Yeah, this place is kind of annoying. But we got another Radiant Fez, so we can upgrade. We can actually upgrade to max. So I have enough for a level up to get us to that point. Swift Corruption. Let me guess. Increases corruption buildup. Yep, increases weapon corruption buildup. Cool. Yeah, but again, these enemies are going to be feathered enemies. I believe are weakest to fire and I think stab. But all right. You think the shrine is still downstairs? still downstairs. Cool. Offer blood. Good. Alright, so now we have a shrine closer to the Nightmare Demon. So now we'll actually attempt her. Alright, let's level up all the way down here. +8. Endurance. Oh, Vermilion. Oh, come on. I need a Vermilion Ancient Chisel to max out, really? Whatever. Whatever. Oh, yeah. We got the level from beating the corrupted enemy. We got another level just from level up. Alright. Lots of levels. Let's see, where do I want to go? More feather damage would be nice. Hold on, let me see. Doesn't increase our physical damage. There it is, okay. Alright, so let's go down this little tree to get to this. Alright. Full rest, and we'll go back to our Nightmare Demon. I have a feeling we're involved in this. Alright, let's go back. Alright. We'll... I can need that. Let's do that. Alright. Nightmare Demon, you're probably going to be the entire episode, to be honest. I don't like fighting twin blades, just for that reason. But, it's another NPC fight. Gotta try to figure out how to get behind her to do a critical on her in the back. A backstab. So. I'm not even sure if our sword counter will actually cause her to deflect. I know it'll at least block an attack. I don't know if it's actually gonna deflect anything. It might. I don't know. There's gonna be a few tries, I'll say that. Okay, so we can. Alright. We're just not used to her little... Oh! Ah! Yes. Some of those attacks comes out really quickly, and she seems to be using all the skills for the twin swords. She had sword dance on there. She had that little block where it took her two weapons to kind of like a, I'm not quite sure. She like threw them to the ground or kind of like, I don't know. Not quite sure what the right word is, but she has block, which causes us to deflect. She has sword dance. I think the rapid thrusting, I think, is another disciple or discipline skill. Yeah, she has it all, so yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. Especially some of those come out really quick. That jab flurry she did at the end there, that came out really quick. But I think we can do this. We're doing good damage against her, so we got this. If I have to, I can put our sword counter on to the other one. Yeah, right. That's the deflect. That's sword dance. And we're stuck in a counter. Yeah, we're stuck in a loop, but that's okay. Oop. Her blades have a deceptively long length. Alright, so we can deflect out of that. That's good to know. Oh, come on. Go. Ooh, that was lucky. Oh, she's changed. Oh, she changes weapons. Ah. So what did she start with? The twin blades. That's Earthshaker, so she has extra poise. Yeah. So we can't knock her out of it. Or difficult to knock her out, I should say. Alright, just... Alright, I think we got it. And too early to tell, but you know. Has a little follow-up. Haha. Was not expecting to dodge block that. Thing that binds us lets us end it here and now. Oh, that was a blink kick. Yes, I know. Yep, that was the sword skill on the other sword. So she has like everything. Oh, now it's blink again. Meter went away. Oh. That was the fury attack thing. Oop. I like this fight so far. I mean, a lot of people don't like little NPC fights, but I don't mind them personally. Yeah, just our stance meter is just gonna whittle down, so that's the only problem. Oh, she's pretty resistant to feathering. Oh. I could dodge. I was not expecting to actually block that, but we got hit with it anyway. Gotcha. Mortal guys, what will it take to fully awaken? Okay. Alright. Sword counter. I fucking love it. Demon of Nightmare. Alright. Yes. Just looking at the bodies, they kind of remind me of the player model. Maybe our sister model, I don't know. This swing set was at the Bai Mansion. You can see the little pinwheel on top. So this demon's nightmare is our nightmare. I think someone is using us for something. But we got another bow blood. Madness quelled, I think. Yeah, okay. Just checking to see if we got anything. And we got that from loot. No, I think we just got more bow blood. Yeah. Oh no, we got this. Everlight Stone Needle. Continuity. Stimulate meridians to increase the duration of tempering. Well, that would actually be really good. A dazzling stone needle forged from avian blood, containing a large amount of their power. Excuse me. It resonates with human blood. When inserted into the left arm, acupuncture increases the duration of temper effects. Yes, we need the last temper slot probably to put this in. Oh god, man, that would be very, very useful. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she was pretty resistant to feathering effects, because our little echo here didn't do a lot of damage. I think it only did like 100 something, like maybe 200. But yeah, this was the Lu Honglu's arena. Okay, so there's probably gonna be more of these things. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a few more. Yeah, I think that's our player model. You can see on the left arm there, the feathers. Or maybe, if not ours, then our sisters, maybe. All right. All right, bird, your services are no longer required. All right. I'm going to head back to the shrine real quick. Alright, so that went through 2 weapon classes, well, 3 weapon classes, but there's probably another 2 levels. Nice. There's probably another demon out there that has the spears and the one-handed swords, so yeah, it's not going to be fun. Cyan feathered chisel. Yeah, there's like 3 more chisels out there. There's a lot. Again, we're gonna work to this one because this gives us a bit more physical defense, which we want. So it could be any one of these, and maybe that one, the last one too. But for right now, I want to keep it as is. Does our feathering damage increase as our... Oh no, because I have... There's a skill in here somewhere that boosts... yeah, this one reduces echo spell types by 1 if our mat is above 50. That's why we were doing a ton of damage. Or able to use the 3 might for 2. Here it is. Oh, yep. While above 50% madness, you gain extra feathering attack power, provided your weapon already has it. Which this thing does. So, yeah. So as long as we have over 50% madness, we'll have extra feather damage. All right. Let us reset our... Let's go back up. We are going to go right. We're going to go right. Back out here to this way. I think this is, I believe, where the original bridge was. And so we hit L1. Bam! Whoa. Oh, seriously? If there's just going to be a whole bunch of them up there, we're just going to put that Lotus on. Okay, I call BS. We did not get hit by that thing. We did not get hit by that. We're going to do a ball trap, make the hitbox just a tad smaller than the actual object. We're going to sit here and let our blight go down. I wonder if we can sword counter the ball. Wouldn't that be cool? No, we cannot. So we just have to tank that hit, I guess, which is... Bunny let's go. Because this way led us up to... this is the back way into the sanctum. No, around. I mean... Yeah, if we follow this way, it led us to the front door of the Tang Palace. This way was a dead end. Well, it wasn't really a dead end. It led us to a corrupted Ming soldier. That's the palace there. Mhm. This is an overlook. Oh, there's Mr. Heroes over there. Corrupted flying dagger. Your madness runs deep. Choose the artifact that matches your nature, and you just might subdue it. Yeah, this is the shrine to the shoe god, which actually looks like the storyteller. The storyteller had the thing on his head like that. I think this is him. Mm-hmm. Sword of Exorcism. Is this a way forward? There's a lot of ways to go, but man, you don't seem too well. You must have, that's probably your brother right there.
The cure. It failed him. What manner of warrior am I? A courageous hero. A sword to punish evil. Beware all that is evil. For brothers we are, from this day forth.
Yeah, he put his brother down. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, man. Is this the way forward? Yes, we got it. Oh. One of those, huh? What is over there? Can't quite see the landmarks. Trying to remember what's over there. If that's a place we've been to before. Trying to remember. I don't think we've been there before. I'm just gonna trust these little things. What is this? This is like another boss arena. Oh, I see a bamboo shoot. And I see a, oh, it's the other side of Annulum. Yeah, this is the other side of Annulum. Yep, the bridge is out, so we couldn't go through. Forgot Remembrance, a flask upgrade. You're a fake shrine. My money's on a fake shrine. Yep, fake shrine. Is there no invisible bridge? Oh, duh, that's an interaction point, but I guess not. Alright, you are a fake shrine. Hopefully, hopefully don't kill us. Doing good damage. Oh. Come on. Oh. So his clap was like a little beast roar then. Okay. Yeah, I should probably have that pendant on then. Yeah. But it's like having a lot of damage and healing after each fight. It's really nice. Whatever. Let's level up. +5 to strength. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Do we do a full rest? Don't really want to. Enelim Courtyard. That's here. Okay. I have a feeling we're gonna fight him. I really don't want to. Alright, we'll do a full rest, see what happens. I have a bad feeling this is gonna something's gonna happen. Oh, we have to check out the sword. Yes, we got a sword of exorcism. A wooden sword with a somewhat odd engraving. It belongs to Quilin, or Kulin. A pair of wooden swords, symbols of a childhood oath. Crooked poverty has been carved into the blade. Oh, crooked poetry, not poverty. Beware all that is evil, for brothers we are from this day forth. The line gives an inkling of the owner's naivety. Are you still here? Okay, it says you're here. Or are you over there? You might be over there. Oh yeah, we got the flask upgrade. Forgotten Remembrance is charges. Cool. Okay. Guess this is the other side of Annalum. Okay. I was wondering what that was. Okay, so we just kind of run back. Alright, please don't be a fighter. Sword of Judgment, Zenlu Sword, and Champion set. I think we're getting the bad endings. Yeah. A courageous hero, a sword to punish evil. And we got another weapon. Ooh. Oh, is the thing in the parentheses the required amount? So we need 28 feathering in order to use this. The ancient blade was forged by the master swordsmith Ouzai. Once a symbol of benevolence, Zanlu fell into the hands of those with wicked intentions. Amid the world's turmoil, its blade, eroded by malevolence, now bears a striking flame-like pattern. However, fate intervened, and the sword was drawn to Dian Shuchang, whose kind heart radiated benevolence. They say that a hero of exceptional martial skill wielding this perfect bullet weapon can face any adversary. Yeah. It's got feathering damage. It's got the same effect as our longsword. It's got spell power boosts. Shadowless Blade. Slash so swiftly that the enemy finds it difficult to parry the strike. Skywing Knight to deal feathering damage, sending the fourth blade force imbued with feathering to strike at faraway enemies. Ooh. Ooh. But we need like another 7 feathering in order to actually wield it. I don't quite have the skill points to actually get it any useful, so we're stuck by our current level limit. Yeah, and the champion's set. Ooh, very good physical, very bad feathering. Headwear woven from bamboo that grants protection from both the sun and rain. Those who have seen extended usage and is tattered. Dream of rising to become the world's greatest, will forever remain in the blazing fires that roared in worship's rise. See about the cold. We're grateful to the master of the Reverend Temple, for it was their physique-enhancing pills that enabled him to achieve greatness. He popped steroids. Also helping staunch bleeding when necessary. And help prevent mosquitoes. Yeah. Bad corruption, less burn. A tad less. Ooh, that's actually really good. I mean, it's better physical, less fire and feathering. It's, yeah, burn and corruption, but everything else is really good. I might slap that on. I'll think about it. Alright. I guess that was the bad ending for him, but... Or an ending. Well, hopefully he hasn't given up somewhere. Alright. Let's head back down. Should we follow the side path here? So we can go back to the sanctum itself, or we can go this way. Let's go this way. We're here. Grave robbers. Divination. This is where we met the Taoist priest at one time. Yep. Don't know if the door is open to the palace. I mean, if you want to kill yourself, be my guest. Scorn? Great axe. An exotic weapon from the southern archipelago, confiscated and revoked by the Imperial Court before being repurposed for military use. The blade head is shrouded in flames and creates explosions when coming into contact with oily red mercury. It is then used to sweep away marauding pirates, restore peace, and safeguard the common folk. Use temperance to buff fire, makes the effect much more potent. Right. Very good for, I guess, fire. Leap high and chop down fiercely. Use the guy who might imbue the weapon with a raging flame. Alright. Yeah. Please tell me you're locked. If you're locked, we're good. We're good. You're not locked. Ah, great. We'll come back. I don't want to do the palace yet. I want to continue exploring around the sanctum a bit more. So we'll go back to the sanctum, rest at the shrine, and then we'll go from there. Sorry, sir. Yeah. Ah. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like these things. I heard you, bird. Where are you? Oh, you're over here. Okay. So we have that way into the Tang Palace. All right. Oh, it's just the beam. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. Locked. All right. Back to the shrine, rest up, go from there. We're going to explore the sanctum before going to the palace. I have a feeling going to the palace is probably our end goal. Or getting to the palace will probably lead us forward. Oh, what's our time? Alright, I'll check the immediate vicinity. Yeah, that way. Leave that item there. Yeah, that's not good. They filled in the holes. We can't go down. There's that big guy we found in the forest. Should we try? Yeah, we'll try. It's probably pretty strong against feathering at this point. If I remember right, he is pretty susceptible to fire. To throw proc. Ow. Oh, not what I wanted. Oh. Blood of Wang Di. Wang Di. Okay. Let's collect all this stuff. Bunch of consumables. Yeah, some of this stuff's gonna be sectioned off. Yeah. God, I just want to keep exploring, but this should be a dead end of sorts, maybe, if they haven't added any. Oh, you're pretty tough. Lotus, cool. Mercury, cool. Another big guy with a gun. It's a good thing we came up this way. Otherwise, he would have, yeah, explosive barrels and a flaming shot. Chest, nice. Thank you. Got remembrance. That should be another charge, I think. Let me just double check. Nope. Yeah, increases charges. Cool. Oh, you bad guy? For a second there, I thought you were gonna chill out. Alright. Ooh. Twin blade guy. Cool. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was kind of concerned this would, one of those little pot ladies would just pop out here. Lucky that didn't happen. We got lucky. Wang Di. So this was actually a dead end. This path here wasn't here before. Oh, this just loops around. Okay. Okay. Just keep going. We're trying to get to the temple, which is this way. Shortcuts this way. Alright, your purpose is served, so... Thank you. Oh. That was a bamboo shoot. Whatever. It's not like he has anything for us at this moment, but... Ow. Yeah, we saw some their corpses too. Luckily he was finding one of these guys, so... Thank you. Soul grass. Yeah, so there is a bamboo shoot over here. It leads up to those guys fighting, so... We'll come get it. That led up to the estate, Lou's estate. There's a little side door towards Revenant Temple. Possibly closed now. Now dodge right into it. Alright. Is this closed or is it open? It's probably open. I saw you on the ground. Don't worry. Another radiant feather. Cool. Do I want to open this door? This is probably a boss fight.
No entry to Reverend Temple!
Oh, he's corrupted.
True dragon return! Oppose and die!
Oh, Mr. Bodyguard. Ah. That was the bodyguard. That's not good. That's not good at all. No entry into Revenant Temple. I guess he was out here fighting and he got corrupted. So that's the way to Revenant Temple. There's still the palace that I gotta do. And the little side area too. Yeah. And this was the doorway here. Again, it's blocked off. I think there's a shrine up at the temple, so we're gonna go up there, check it out. I was hoping this would be locked, but nope, no dice. Alright, let's throw me a dagger. Thank you. Because that way out is blocked as well. Oop, that's one item. There might be some more items that I haven't found yet. Oh, you got toppled over. Well, that path is now open. Check this way real quick. Yep. Yeah, I guess the people in the tents became feathered. There's people inside, so hopefully they're safe. Yep. Revenant Temple is now complete crap. Bang, yeah. We're not gonna talk to anybody just yet. Yeah, we're not gonna talk to anybody just yet. Just want to fast travel back, or just, you know, walk back? Let's bend our levels. 2 more, that's nice. We'll teleport back. He is probably here. We'll go back real quick, check to see if he's actually at Annalum proper with all the other people. He was not there. Give me a sec. There's the merchants. There's Wang. There's Yang. I thought I was over here. Anything new?
What treasures do you have for me today? Let me make an assessment.
Okay. He's here. I'm almost positive he's here. It says he's here, but I don't see him. Unless he's in a place I haven't gotten to yet. So here's Mr. Panda. Yeah, I got everything from you. I don't know where he is. Again, he's probably in an area I can't get to just yet. Alright, I don't know where he is. Once again, I don't know where he is. So let's just run back to the shrine. Alright, so with that, I'm going to call an episode. Let me just improve our flask real quick. Where is it? Oop. Oh, it's up here. Well, we do have enough, so bam. There we go. Is there anything else I want to do with 2 points? Well, I need more feathering to use the one-handed sword. But that's going to require a whole respec, and I don't want to do that. I don't know. I'll hold on to these two. No, we'll spend them down here. Was that health at the bottom there? Yes, it was. Okay. Good enough for me. Alright. And with that, I am going to call an episode. Yep. Start exploring the ruined Worship's Rise and Ruins. Yep. Yeah, definitely some tough enemies out here. Yeah, I think it's a good thing we respect to the sword, making it as strong as it is. But I could always put sword counter on this, but I don't think it's necessary. But I'll keep that in mind. But yep. Just gonna follow the path, cross the. Apparently it's a plant, but it looks like a spine. So yeah, just cross the bridge. Yeah, there's human enemies here still. I mean, humans still here, and they're on our side for the most part. Yeah, they seem to be helping us fighting the feathered enemies, so that's really nice. But yeah, it did die to the one guy because new enemy types, gotta learn their attacks. But so we went back, kind of through some areas we already went through. Well, I don't know, that's not quite the right way to say it, but just kind of went through Worship Rise, new enemies, dealt with them as they came. Some more benedictions, ones like, increased burn damage. A new giant enemy that, several people fighting, so it's pretty nice. Yep. And they came upon Lu Honglu's boss arena. Yep. And I looked into it and I was like, that's a boss. Yep, it's a boss fight. Yeah, it's a nightmare demon, I think. Yep. So it's an NPC fight. Went into it, and we died. Yeah. So I did the run back, ignored all the enemies along the way, and decided before going to that boss arena, I went to the Sanctum itself and see if there was a shrine in there. And there is a shrine there. It's actually on the lower level where it has been. So, but we went to the Sanctum, went upstairs, found a corrupted, feathered Imperial Guard person. Took care of him. We got another level. I think there was a benediction in there as well. Increases corruption buildup. And then went down to the basement, or down to the ground level, the shrine, went back to the Nightmare Demon, and we beat her up. Yeah, it's a NPC fight. She has multiple weapons, signifying multiple phases, and it seems she has all the discipline skills at her disposal, so yeah. Yeah, the hardest part of that fight was definitely the twin swords, because the twin blades, yeah, they came out pretty quick. And they're quick attack, they have really long combos, so it's a little difficult, but not impossible. So, and I'm guessing something is going on. During that fight, she had dialogue that reminiscent that someone's trying to cause us to go mad, and we've been resisting. So, yeah, because after we beat the demon, I checked out the arena, and she was on the swing set that we spotted back at the Bai Mansion. So I'm guessing there's going to be like another one there, probably for the other weapons that she hasn't used. The only other weapon class she hasn't used was the one-handed sword and the spears. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be another demon somewhere that has the one-handed sword, spear, and the longsword again. So, yeah. So we beat the Nightmare Demon. I think we took the alternate path. Instead of going to the Sanctum, we went up the little cliffside. The little parasite infected people, kind of annoying, but eh. And then we played Indiana Jones, or attempted to. I still think we dodged the ball, but I guess the hitbox is larger than the actual object, so yay. So so spawned back to the shrine, up that cliff face again, tanked the ball, because I don't think there's a way to avoid it, to be honest. But and came to the fork in the road, continued up, knowing I believed it was a dead end, but it wasn't a dead end. There we found another, I think, corrupted enemy. No, we didn't. No, up there we found wannabe hero. Yep. Apparently his brother didn't make it. The cure didn't work, and he put him down. So he's pretty sad. Got the sword of exorcism from his dead brother. Crossed the invisible bridge towards the courtyard, the other side of Annalum that we couldn't get to. Found another mimic shrine there. Took care of it. Rested. Crossed the bridge again and found that wannabe hero left his stuff. Left his sword and his armor. So, as well as the other wooden sword. Yeah, the sword of judgment, I think it was called. Yeah, the key item. So, so I think he's gone. I think his storyline ended with his brother's death. So, oh well. But so we went back down. Took a peek at the other path towards the Tang Palace. I was hoping it would be closed, but it wasn't closed. So, nope, we'll have to go back there eventually. But I went to the door, saw that it was open, said nope, turned around and went back to the Sanctum. At that point, I explored one of the paths. The one path that took us back towards Worship's Rise. One of those giant feathered enemies. Took care of that we found in the forest. And it's a giant guy with the one wing and the big sword who calls down energy beams, but took care of him. He wasn't too bad. Picked up a bunch of items, crossed the invisible bridge. That took us to the cliff side of the estate, Lou's estate. Took care of the enemies there, picked the items, found another upgrade for our flask. Just kind of took all the paths. Yeah, it's like some of the paths just kind of, they diverge, but then they come back. So it just kind of, everything, all roads lead to the same place. So just took care of the enemies there. Undead dogs, I'm guessing it's a bow enemy person fighting another big guy. Took care of them. And then we came to the shortcut door to Worship's Rise, or the formerly shortcut door. Now it's just the regular path, but to the Worship Rise, I'm guessing the main courtyard, where the noble's bodyguard was feathered. Yep. Apparently he was probably fending off feathered enemies for so long that the corruption poured onto him. So we ended up putting him down, cleared out the little courtyard, went up to the rise, activated the worship shrine there, and left. We just left. Yeah, because I don't want to do that just yet, because I want to continue exploring the Shoe Sanctum. There's still a bit more to explore there, so I'm just gonna check that out first. And with the rain, the fire that was probably blocking the path to Doom Willow Beach is probably gone, so we could probably go that way as well, which is it's a lot of places to go. I have a feeling we might find a way to Lightson Temple probably as well, but a lot of paths to pick. But then we came back here and we checked to see if Wannabe Hero was here. If he's here somewhere. If I look at the the teleport, it says he's here in the courtyard, but I don't see him. Yeah, there's a bunch of people at Revenant Temple we gotta talk to, but yeah. But I just want to check real quick. Okay. Yep. So Wannabe Hero's not here. He's probably somewhere where I can't get to just yet. So we'll keep an eye out for him. And that was it. We start exploring Ruined Worship Rise. Yeah, Worship Rise and Ruins. Yeah. And then next episode, we'll just continue exploring the Rise. Yep. Go back to the Shoe Sanctum, take the other path, and just kind of see where that takes us. Yep. We're getting near the end. I know that's for sure. It feels like we're coming to the end. It was actually so far so good. Little issues here and there, but other than that, it's a good game so far. We'll see. These last couple bosses are probably going to be the make or break, but anyway, yep. So next episode, continue exploring. So I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.